Hey guys, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time LP. This is episode 16. So, in the last video we did the water temple and also we did some fishing as well. In this episode we're going to be doing a ton of stuff. We're going to be going to our training sequence, we're going to be going back to Kakariko Village and check out things there. We're going to go meeting with Dompe again, and we're going to be collecting a ton of heart pieces, gold skulltulas, and we're also going to be going back to the past and be a child, and we're also going to go through the bottom of the well. It's going to be insane. I hope you guys watch this video all the way through. But if you do like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and yeah, to get the Triforce. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Oh dang. There's like so much stuff going on in Kakariko Village. What happened while we were gone? Everything was on fire. What? Oh my gosh, the whole village, well, I mean half the village is pretty much on fire. And there's Sheik too, oh my gosh, look at him. Get back, FMG. Oh, dude, I don't like the looks of this. He's being taken by the wind. There's shadow monsters everywhere. Whee! Got flown, dude. He got wrecked. Oh, I don't like that thing. It looks very menacing. Yeah, ready your sword, Link. Okay, I'm not gonna lie here. I don't think you're gonna be able to really damage that thing. Oof. He's just collapsed on the ground. Looks like you're coming around. FMG, a terrible thing has happened. The evil shadow spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of Kakariko Village, had sealed the evil shadow spirit in the bottom of the well. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again, but she will be in danger without any help. FMG, Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil shadow spirit and save Impa. There's an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead you to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. Okay, we get to learn a new song, sweet. Honestly, kind of one of my favorite songs in the Zelda series, just because it's so like its melody is so good. Alright, are you gonna flashbang us again? Let me take care of the village. I'm counting on you, FMG. And flashbang. Yeah, with that being said, Kakariko Village kind of suffered a terrible event there. But yeah, we're gonna go to the graveyard because we have to see an old friend, Dompe, because he's gonna have a mini game for us to play. Now that we have the long shot, we can actually do this a little more effectively. Pull that back this grave, like before. We're gonna fall down the hole. Hey, young man, are you fast on your feet? Yeah, I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me, if you dare. Right, so hopefully I get good fire ball RNG here. The trick with this is you wanna get to the end of this race and you wanna beat Dompe and you wanna and get engulfed by fire. Great. You wanna beat Dompe and you wanna get a time of at least under I think 59 seconds, or like under a minute. It kind of helps if you roll. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm taking so many hits to the face here with fire. I hate this mini game. I don't know if I'm gonna make it actually on this first try. The only way I'm gonna make it is if I can steady my long shot and do this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I did it in just a minute. Does that still count? Time of this race was 1 minute flat. You're back, young man. Was the present I gave to you fun and useful? Oh my gosh, it actually counts. So actually, if you get it in a minute, that's okay. Okay, Great. Amazing. We got the piece of heart. I didn't know that. I thought you had to actually get it in under a minute, but you can get it in a minute. I just barely made it in time. That's kind of insane. But yeah, so here we are back in the windmill. And if you remember before, we were here already. But yeah, so there's this angry guy in the windmill. I kind of ignored this dude earlier. I think his name's like Guru Guru or something, but it's like, grrr. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. Grrr. It's all that Ocarina kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up. Okay, so he has some anger issues. If I pull out my ocarina, he's gonna be like, what? You have an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came here and played a strange song and messed up this windmill. I'll never forget this song. So this is how we learn one of the most infamous songs in the entire Zelda series. This is called the Song of Storms. So this is kind of a time paradox. I'm just going to explain this. Basically, he says that a kid came in here with an ocarina, and he played a mysterious song, and it just made it to where this whole windmill went crazy. And if you recall, you're like the only kid really that has an ocarina, and you never came in here as a kid, but you do come back here later and play that song as a kid, and it's weird. But oh no, it's Storm again. You played the ocarina again, didn't you? Grrr. And it's like, you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right. Yeah, okay, whatever. Alright. Anyways, enough playing around. We hop up on this fence, and we long shot to this roof here. There's gonna be this guy just chilling up here, and if we talk to him, he's gonna be all like, hey, good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento. We get another piece of heart. Amazing, we got so many of them. Alright, so as you guys know, there is a Goron Sword trading sequence here, and we're going to be starting it right now. So first thing you want to do is you want to go into Kakariko Village and talk to Anju, and she's going to be all like, I bred a new type of miniature cuckoo. I call it the pocket cuckoo. I don't get goosebumps from this baby because she got goosebumps from the other cuckoos when we helped her as a kid. Cuckoos are very good at getting lazy late risers out of bed. Haven't you heard of them before? Yes, I've heard of many lazy risers out of bed. It makes them very happy to crow cuckoo, especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. However, my cuckoo is not entirely happy right now. Here, take this egg. After the cuckoo hatches, bring it back to me after a while, and I'll check out its mood. What do you think? Will you try? Yeah. Give me that chicken. Now what we need to do is we need to play the song twice to make it a full day. Alright, so now it says, look, the chicken hatched from the egg you were incubating. It's the miracle of life. So now that we have this cuckoo, we're going to be getting a lazy late riser out of bed. And who none other than that would be than Talon. And Talon's over here in this house. He's like, Malon, doing alright, mumble mumble. Sorry to make you worry. Okay, so we're gonna give this, well, not give this, we're gonna wake him up again like we did as a child. What in tarnation? Can't a person get a little shut-eye around here? Alright, so if you talk to him after you've done the horse side quest with Malon, he's gonna be like, did you save Malon? Thanks, I'm going back to the ranch then. Yeehaw! Okay, great. Amazing. Alright, so now if we go talk to Anju and we give her the pocket cuckoo that she gave us, she's gonna be like, oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. Oof, that's kind of rude to talk about Talon that way. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable cuckoo if you're interested. Its name is Kojiro, and he used to be my brother's cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kojiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kojiro? I think Kojiro is actually a Japanese, like, word. It means something. I'll pull it up probably here in, like, a minute, but, yeah. It's very interesting how Nintendo, like, hides some of their culture in their games, which is really interesting. It's actually very, like, fascinating. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to go to the Lost Woods. Alright, so in the Lost Woods, if you head left, to where that Skull Kid was before, you're going to see a pale guy just chilling here, and if you inspect, now he's going to be like, no response, he's sleeping. So then if we use Kojiro to wake him up, he's gonna be like, Kojiro, why? Normally only a nice guy like me can tame you. Which means, you must be a nice guy. You must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please. Deliver this stuff to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry. Okay. Alright, a fresh mushroom like this, you're gonna get the odd mushroom. Spoil quickly, take it to the Cafrica potion shop quickly. Okay, so now we have 3 minutes to get it to the potion shop. So, I highly recommend that you guys plant that magic bean plant like I did before, because it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to get out of Kakiri Forest. And then what I also recommend you do is, with these time constraints, is that you get Epona. I'm just mentioning this at the beginning just so you guys can see like how useful this all is. You're definitely going to need Epona to get through this, at least somewhat easily. I think you can like barely make it to each location if you don't have Epona, and that's like if you roll or backwalk all the way. You just don't have enough time to get across Hyrule Field because you're going to be going all throughout the areas here. So yeah, let's make our way to the Kakariko Village Potion Shop. Alright, so the game's not too clear on where you need to go exactly, but you need to head to the Kakariko Village Potion Shop here, and you actually want to head to the back area behind it, since it's now open. And this is where we got the cuckoos in the past, that we had to jump over the fence and all that. So we're going to go into this red house that we were on the roof of earlier to get that heart piece from that guy. And we're going to talk to this old woman, and she's going to be like, "What a mysterious smell. You must have something." Alright. Give her the odd mushroom.
That bum. He had to go into the forest. I see.
Hey, give it to me now. Kind of crazy how she's just stroking her cat. And it's just like staying still. It's the weirdest thing.
If you see that fool, give this to him. It is the strongest medicine I've ever produced. However, this potion will not work on a monster.
Alright, you got the odd potion, which I guess is just a sample of the odd mushroom, kind of, but it has like medicinal properties, I guess. But anyway, you don't know what's going on between this lady and that guy. I don't want to know.
They say that there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true.
Very creepy, but very wise, yes. So let's head back to Grog in the Lost Woods. Alright, so back in the Lost Woods, going to see Grog's the pale guy. It's going to be a little girl here, that little girl before. We're going to give her the odd potion. She's going to be like,
"That guy isn't here anymore. Hee. Anybody who comes into this forest will be lost. Everybody will become Stalfos. Everybody, Stalfos. So he's not here anymore. Only his saw is left. Hee. That medicine is made of forest mushrooms. Give it back."
And she gives us the poacher's saw. So this young punk guy must have left this behind.
She's like, "Heh, are you going to be too?"
Okay, again, game's not very clear, but we need to go to Gerudo Valley. So I will see you guys in Gerudo Valley. Alright, so in Gerudo Valley, there's going to be, the bridge is going to be out, so we're going to want to hop over it with Epona or using our long shot. And there's going to be this guy, his name is Muto, and he used to be in Kakariko Village when we were a child. But yeah, if we give the saw to this guy that we got from that creepy girl, he's going to be like, "Hey, that saw, it's mine." But I thought I left that saw with my old lady. Oh well. My big Goron tool broke, so I was going to Goron City to get it repaired. Your coming here is great timing. Will you give me my saw? Yeah, sure. Good kid, thanks. I'm sorry I can't give you something as good in return, but take this anyway. So he gives us a broken sword. Amazing. Such a fair trade. But now we need to go visit Vigoron to get it repaired. So you know what that means. We're going to go to top of Death Mountain. So I'll see you guys at the top of Death Mountain. Alright, so coming to the top of Death Mountain Trail here, there's going to be this giant Goron, and his name is actually Big Goron. Much better. Unlike his brother, Medigoron, he is actually better at forging swords. So we're going to want to show him the broken Big Goron sword here. He'll be like, "That broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it, but because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated. There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You will find them if you go to see King Zora. Please go get the eye drops." Okay, so then he'll hand you the prescription as an order for the eye drops. So we need to go see King Zora. So you know what that means. We need to go to Zora's domain. Alright, so one thing I want to mention before we head into Zora's domain actually is you want to park Epona right about here so that you can get ready to jump on her and like ride off, because when we give King Zora the prescription, he's going to give us something that is time sensitive. So we want to be able to go right to where we need to go immediately after. So I will see you guys at King Zora. Alright, King Zora, we have an order from Bigoron, so get to making those eye drops. Oh, this is, well, eye drops. You might say we have them. You might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the lake laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil? Yes. We got the eyeball frog. We should be quick and deliver it to the Lake Hylia where it's cold. Alright, so we got 3 minutes. So this is partly why I wanted to do this quest after the ice cavern, is because we wouldn't be able to do this whole quest because King Zora would be frozen in the red ice, and that means that you can't talk to him, which means you can't give him a new prescription, which means you can't get this last couple trading items here for us to actually like get the Goron sword. So now we're going to want to start making our way as quickly as we can, because it's on the other side of Hyrule Field, of course, to Lake Hylia. And we're going to give this eyeball frog to the doctor. So I will see you guys when we get there. Alright, so here we are in the doctor's lakeside laboratory, and you want to give the eyeball frog. I don't know why it didn't work there, but anyways, yep, you want to show him the eyeball frog, and he's going to be like, oh wow, I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Oi, 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 oi. Ugh. Eyeball, ugh. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. What? These are for making Goron's eye drops. Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. Alright, so then he'll concoct the eye drops, yeah. Here it is. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young. You can do it. Alright, this is the world's finest eye drops. So hurry, take them to Goron before you go back. Okay, we got 4 minutes. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably asking me right now, FMG, why aren't you just warping to the locations whenever there's a time limit? Wouldn't that save like a ton of time? Actually, yeah, it would. But then when you get to that location, after you warp, it would give you like 1 second on the clock, I think, or maybe even 10 seconds to get to where you need to go. So the game highly encourages you not to warp because you can't even get to the location in time. So that means you have to actually trek all the way across, which kind of gives it the sense that it's a trading sequence. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, we need to make our way to Death Mountain, and we need to do that the legit way, not just warping to the Death Mountain crater using the Bolero of Fire. We need to actually like huff it all the way from Lake Hylia to the top of Death Mountain. Okay, so here coming upon Death Mountain Trail, that magic beam plant that I planted, there was a specific reason why I planted it, not just because we need to get this heart piece up here, but also because this helps it make it easier for us to actually get to the topper part of Death Mountain Trail, and it allows us to get to the Goron a lot quicker, instead of having to huff it all the way around and go through all that, like right by Goron City. We can just completely skip all that, which is great. But yeah, you are going to have some skull wall tools in your way. I highly recommend you actually just use arrows, because it's an instant, like, one-shot kill, and you don't have to, like, aim with your hook shot and it'd be all awkward. But also look out for the Tektite up there. I hope this doesn't knock me off. Yeah, okay. I'm actually going to just completely ignore this last skull wall tool using the strategy that we used in Forest Temple. But yeah, we want to quickly take these eye drops to Goron because we are like about out of time. It actually takes quite a bit of time to get up here, believe it or not. So yeah, we're gonna hand these to him. Really? You brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved. I'm going to use them right now. Wow. This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently. We're not going to wait. We're just going to play the Sun Song many times. Alright, so we got the claim check, so that shows that we are waiting for the sword. So now we just need to play the Sun Song a handful of times, and eventually he will give us the sword. So I will see you guys when we get to that point. I'm just going to say this, everybody's sleep schedule is going to be totally destroyed by this because I'm playing it like 8 or 9 times just trying to skip through the days like whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, give me that sword. That sword is my finest work. And we get the big Goron sword. So this sword is the best sword in the game. It's forged by Master Smith and will not break. Not only that though, it looks cool. It's a two-handed weapon. Flurry of attacks with like stabbing, has incredible range. Like I'm just gonna do a spin attack here just to demonstrate. Look at this range that this thing has. It's insane. It's so satisfying. You can't really do that without using magic power though. The huge great spin attack with the orange like around it. But yeah, this has good range. It's really quick. One thing to notice though is you can't shield with this. But this sword does twice as much damage as the Master Sword, and it will never break. So it is like a really good sword. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go get a piece of heart right by Hyrule Castle. And then we're going to turn into a child. So I will see you guys with that heart piece, because I forgot to get it in the last episode. It just kind of is out of the way somewhat, but we'll grab it real quick and yeah. Alright, so right by Hyrule Castle and Hyrule Field, there's this lone tree here. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to bomb right next to it, because there is a secret hole down here. So fall down it. And then there's going to be a blue Tektite there. And then we're going to want to use the iron boots and our Zora tunic. Ideally you have both of these when you get here. We're going to fall down here and we're going to grab this piece of heart. Alright, cool. It's another on our way to our next heart container. So now having done that, we are going to turn into a child. So I will see you guys when we are a kid. Man, it feels so long since we've been a kid. But yeah, it feels crazy. But yeah, not since we planted those magic bean plants and those wild bugs as well, but there's a lot going on in the castle right now. I can't allow even a dog to get in the castle. I just want to show that text because it's kind of funny. So we're actually in the Hyrule Castle area because there's a gold skulltula that we can get. Alright, so over by this tree here, kind of eluded us earlier. If we play the Song of Storms right next to it, it's going to uncover a hole that we can fall down. And there's going to be a bunch of bombable walls here. So I don't remember actually which one is the one that you need to bomb. I think it's one of these. It has a gold skulltula and a skulltulas behind it. Yeah, and it even does the Zelda chime, knowing that you uncovered the right one. There's actually a glitch in this area here that you can use to get the gold skulltula infinitely. If you grab the skulltula and step into the light at the same time, it resets the thing to where the gold skulltula is still there, so you can just get like infinite amounts of gold skulltulas. But we're gonna do it the legit way. But yeah, there's that interesting trick. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Zora's River. All right, so in Zora's River here, you're gonna come upon this area with this little part of the river, and there's gonna be these logs in the water. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to stand on the log. And you're going to see, and yeah, it's going to tell you that some frogs are looking at you from underwater. So what you want to do is you want to whip out your ocarina, and you're going to want to play the Song of Storms.
Wow, that melody is so cool, Ribbit! Singing in the rain, oh, what a feeling, Ribbit. Please take this as a token of our froggish gratitude, Ribbit. Alright, see you, Ribbit. Alright, and they gave you a piece of heart. Alright, but we can actually get one more piece of heart, and how we do that is we have to play all of our ocarina songs. So, Song of Time, Epona's Song, Zelda's Lullaby, Soria's Song, and Sun's Song. And by doing this, they will grow bigger. I'm gonna be like, young lad, you play the ocarina well. That melody is so fine, Ribbit. We should all practice it, Ribbit. Take rubies as a souvenir. Great. Alright.
So after you've played all the songs, the frogs will comment on how they're like, look at us, we're all huge frogs, we're all the world's famous, fabulous fried froggish tenors. Ribbit? Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us. Ribbit? Okay, then ready, set, go. Alright, so this is basically just like a game of just memorization, so I will see you guys when I get it. Alright, so once you do it, it only took me a few tries. Young boy, you did great. Perfect. We are stuffed, Ribbit. Would you take this as a token of our gratitude? And they give you another piece of heart. Man, we are like gaining tons of health. Alright, so now I will see you guys when we go to Kakariko Village, because we're actually going to head on with our quest and go to the bottom of the well. Alright, so heading inside the question mark, the windmill. We're going to make this guy's day so freaking sad by doing this. You know, go around and go around and around and around. What fun. I'm so happy. I'm a music man who loves to go around and around, go around and around. I'm trying to come up with a musical theme inspired by this windmill going around and around and around. Alright. I'm sorry, guy, but we gotta bring your day to a depressing halt. We're gonna mess up your windmill. So playing the Song of Storms in front of him, which, like I mentioned earlier, is a time paradox because we've never done this before, but yet he told us that we've done it somehow, some way. Or maybe it was another kid, I really don't know, but the idea is that, like, well, we're the only kid that really has an ocarina, so, like, who else would he be talking about? Anyways, this makes the water drain in the well, which is weird because it's raining, so wouldn't it make the water fill up? Maybe, like, the windmill sucks the water through? I don't know, but anyway, now if you talk to him, he's like, go around, go around, go around. What? It's going way too fast. And again, you spin me right round, baby, ride round like a record, baby, ride round. Okay, anyway. Alright, so now we're gonna go inside the well, and it's actually not just a well, it's a well of 3 features: dark, narrow, scary. Man, it sounds like college. Just kidding. Alright, go into the bottom of the well. Okay, so here in the bottom of the well, there's going to be this crawl space we're going to have to go through. And this place is actually, like, really creepy. It's kind of dark for a Zelda game. You'll instantly notice that by just the gruesome kind of, like, vibe this thing gives off. Now there's skeletons and, like, blood and, like, blood-stained walls everywhere. I mean, it's pretty bad, honestly, for a kid's game, but I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Oh, yeah, and there's spirits to talk to. Look for the Eye of Truth. That's what they are saying. Okay, great. So this is kind of like one of the most cryptic things in any Nintendo game. Oh my gosh, it's actually not even a wall. Yes, there are walls that are fake in this area, so you're going to have to, like, learn what each of these are. So casually figuring this out is pretty interesting, and also getting hit by that green bubble is also very interesting. This area is very, very simple. You basically just need to find the Eye of Truth, and that's pretty much it. But if you head to the back here and you inspect this statue that's, like, spewing out water, it said this water flowing out of this statue is flooding the entire floor. Well, you see that there's a Triforce symbol beneath your feet, so if you play Zelda's Lullaby, it drains the water. And you also get hit by a green bubble again. Great. Like I said before, this area is actually, like, very simple. You don't actually have to do a lot. It's more of just if you want to stay and get some gold skulltulas, then you can totally stay and get some gold skulltulas, because there are, like, a handful of them in here. But otherwise, you can just get the Eye of Truth and just completely leave. You don't even have to, like, stay here very long. This is just, like, this is kind of like a mini dungeon of sorts. Not very long. It's just a little bit of an interesting thing here, but you are going to have to go through this area and come upon this room with all these hands sticking out of the ground. Yeah, this isn't freaking nightmare fuel at all. And also, the thing that we're going to see in just a moment is nightmare fuel. To demonstrate. Whoa, he teleported way outside there. That's kind of weird. Normally he appears, like, right in the room. That's kind of interesting. I've never seen that, actually, him, like, spawn out of bounds. Oh, he's right behind me. Okay, well, that's great. Please get me out. Please get me out of this. I am kind of scared. I do not like this at all, actually. So yeah, meet Dead Hand. This thing is actually really freaking creepy. He may not look very creepy as an N64 polygon-like model, but I'm going to flash on screen right now what he realistically would look like. Yeah, talk about scary. Basically, there's a lot of memes about this guy where it's like, Zelda, terrifying and causing trauma in your childhood since 1988. 1998, yeah. It's pretty bad. It's nightmare fuel. Also, one of the tricks that I've learned with these hands that grab you is they stun lock you for a second. If you actually backflip into them, it completely cancels them grabbing onto you, so you can just get ready to, like, hit Dead Hand when he appears out of the ground. There's actually like some speedrunning strategies where, like, if you jump attack him at just the right time, like on a certain frame, then he just gets completely, like, destroyed, and you can, like, just completely destroy him. But anyway, I'm trying to beat him a legit way, but also it's taking a while because Arcakiri Sword just, like, does no damage. But there you go, he's done. So once he's dead, he'll fall to the ground with his mouth open. Gosh, dude. It's gonna make a large chest appear. And in this large chest is the Lens of Truth, otherwise known as the Eye of Truth. But yeah, so mysterious things are hidden everywhere. Alright, so it's encouraging us to use this outside of the well. It will cost magic power though, so we have to take note of that. So now that we have the Lens of Truth, we can use the Lens of Truth, and there was not a chest back here before. It was actually invisible. And it has a huge rupee that we literally cannot carry because rupees are kind of getting to the point now where they're not very... they're just kind of at the point now where rupees are kind of obsolete, unfortunately. But I mean, that was as soon as we went into that pot breaking room in Hyrule Castle Town Market. Alright, so as I mentioned before, if you guys do want to stay and grab some gold skulltulas with me, that's totally okay. Explore all the bottom of the well to its entirety, that's fine. But if not, you guys can move on to later in the video. I'll put an on-screen prompt here where you can skip through the video and just move on in the next part of the game. So anyways, so now that we're in the bottom of the well here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to start inspecting some areas with the Lens of Truth, because this is going to allow us to get through this area. So there's actually like a hidden area here, and there's actually like a pit there that's like invisible, so you can't even see it. But yeah, if you use the Lens of Truth, you can figure that out. So now that we have the compass, we can see all the treasure chests in this area. This is important because we need to know where all the hidden walls are so that we can grab these chests that have small keys in them, so we can actually, like, explore the guts of this place. So there's a couple chests here that have small keys. I'm going to try to go through this pretty quickly just because I know that this is kind of one of the more tedious parts of the entire thing here, and there's also a like there. Be careful about that. But yeah, heading over here to this little cubby space here, there's going to be a locked door, and you're going to want to use a small key on this locked door here. And you're going to come into this room where there's going to be a BMOS, a bunch of spaces on the floor where you're going to want to avoid them, and take note of the fire keys if you have a Deku shield, just because it'll burn if you get hurt and touched by them. I'm actually going to save this chest for later because that chest, I believe, has a Deku shield in it if yours burns, so you just want to make sure that you preserve it as much as possible. It's not like a Deku shield takes a lot of rupees, but it is kind of annoying if you have to go back and get it. So here is our first skulltula of the bottom of the well here. You're going to want to shoot with your slingshot or the boomerang and grab it with said boomerang. Right, and you want to open this chest. I think it has 5 rupees in it. I'm actually going to head back through this room, and I'm going to fall down one of these holes because I want to show you what happens if you do fall down these holes. So let's say you don't know where you're going and you just fall down. It'll take you to this bottom area here in the well, and it depends on where you fall down specifically, but there's like an area with these bombs and boulders, and then there's also another area that's a bunch of re-deads, and it's like there's also an area with just a bunch of grass patches. I'm kind of surprised that boulder didn't blow up, but yeah. And then talk about how this isn't like creepy for a Zelda game. This is all like poison water or like acid or something, and there's just skulls with hands that are just like I guess they're praising God or something, but they're like just up and they're just, it's just gruesome. This whole place is just so gruesome. Also, there's re-dead here. You want to take care of them. Ideally, you do not get stunned by them and munched on. But anyways, heading over here with these torches, there's going to be this bombable boulders over here. We're going to want to boom, and it's going to spawn these re-deads. And I think this re-dead's actually activated and like woken up because I killed another re-dead, and because of that, this re-dead's trying to go eat the body of that other re-dead. It's really creepy, but yeah, anyways, open this large treasure chest to get the map. Alright, so now we want to finish collecting these silver rupees just so we can get out of here. As far as I'm concerned, there's only like 3 or 4 more gold skulltulas, and I'm going to be trying to go through these pretty swiftly just so we can get out of here, because honestly this place gives me the creeps. It's just, as a kid, this was like really interestingly like creepy and dark and gloomy, and it's just a different type of vibe that you would expect from a Zelda game. But I guess there's graveyards in Zelda games, and that doesn't give people like the creeps or anything, so you know, I mean, I guess it works. But alright, so I'm actually heading to the center area room here because there is a couple locked doors. I'm going to go in this one first because this one does have a gold skulltula behind it and flying piece as well. Great. And I missed. Whoops. I don't even know what these keys are on, but I just know that like it's crazy. So you'll notice that there's like a, like, you know, there's just a gap, but there's actually an invisible pathway that's here if you use your surroundings to observe. And these keys are kind of just like sitting on nothing. It's kind of odd, but anyway, you want to grab this gold skulltula here. Alright, then making our way back through, there's actually going to be another locked door over here, but we can't access it yet. What you're going to want to do is you're going to actually head to the west of the bottom of the well and go through this area here. It's going to be a recovery heart in that chest. Yeah, you're going to climb up here. You're going to be in this room with all these coffins. Creepy. You're going to want to start... And also we have kind of a new enemy, but not really. It's called a Gibdo. These are basically like re-deads. They freeze you, but they're just mummified re-deads, basically. It's really weird. So by lighting these torches, they actually open these coffins up, and some of them have enemies. And also be careful with these keys flying through the torches to become fire keys. I think I'm actually just gonna take care of this Gibdo dude because I like genuinely do not want to deal with this thing. Actually, kind of surprised that I killed him in like one jump attack with the Deku Stick. That's insane. That kind of goes to show how strong the Deku Sticks are, because if I would have done that with a Kikuri sword, I wouldn't have done like hardly any damage to it. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to be opening up all these coffins, and they're hurting me while I'm in the cutscene. That's amazing. Oh, it's a Gibdo. Yeah, okay, I'm out of here, dude. Oh, I actually hit him? Wow, I can't even... Oh, he almost grabbed onto me there, but I canceled it because I was in the attack animation of a jump attack. Alright, here's the key. It's in this one right here, so in case you just want to skip ahead and just get that. Also, there's a fire key, so I'm just going to avoid this. Yeah, not keys, just key. Alright, so we're going to be using this key on this locked door here. Where this room, it's going to have a Deku Baba, a bunch of flying pots, and a gold skulltula. So you want to kill this one as well. Grab its token. And I believe... Yep, that's all the gold skulltulas. We could grab all these chests. These chests really just have like bomb chews and rupees and recovery hearts. Alright, so yeah, those chests don't really have much of anything, but what I am going to do is I'm going to grab this chest because this chest actually has bomb chews in it. Because it's the most useful thing we can have right now. But yeah, it's commonly one of the chests that speedrunners get early off because bomb chews are so good, and you don't need a bomb bag to have bomb chews. So yeah, we're pretty much going to leave the bottom of the well because we pretty much got everything. The only thing that we didn't get is like a couple of recovery hearts and chests that have just rupees in them, which is like, not really worth our time. So anyways. Alright, so now that we have the Lens of Truth, we actually can play a mini game to get a piece of heart. And we're going to be going back to Hyrule Castle Town Market. So I will see you guys there. And it has to be at night. Alright, so coming to Castletown Market at night, there's going to be this shop where, if you recall back when I went to the Temple of Time, there was a gossip stone that said that you can't use lenses. This is the treasure box shop, and basically, he's like, open the chest and surprise! If you find a key inside, you'll be able to advance left or right. Try your luck. Yeah, it's literally a game of luck, but you know what? We're going to completely spit on the idea of luck and just rig the game entirely. So he gives you a door key, and yeah, this is like classic, just gambling, dude. Huh, I wonder which chest it is. If it's the left one or the right one. Well, it seems to be the left one. So essentially what you do is you just use the Lens of Truth, and you can't lose. It literally is impossible to lose. It's always a 50-50 if you come in here without the Lens of Truth. It's never the same. I believe it's like just randomized completely. But yeah, we're just basically completely rigging this. And we just are super lucky, I suppose. I mean, we're not rigging this at all. Yeah, there's no way. I just knew which chest. I mean, I'm just extremely lucky, I think. But yeah, so there's like 2 rooms with green rupees, 2 rooms with blue rupees, and then 1 room with a red rupee, and then the last room is where you actually get your prize. Which is kind of funny because in this room you can actually use the Lens of Truth and see that it's a piece of heart as your reward, but when you go to open the chest, it does this like long cinematic of like, oh my gosh, what's in it, when you already know what's in it. It's kind of humorous, actually.
How'd that get in there?
So there's your piece of heart, and I'm a winner. Sweet. Alright, cool. So, with that, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked the video, again, like, subscribe, comment, all that. And yeah, thank you for joining me. This video is a little long. I apologize about that, but yeah, we did a lot of stuff. So in the next video, we will head to the Shadow Temple. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.